That system is full of degenerates. When you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters. The very minds of the people we are trying to save have to understand most of these people are not ready to pick up a biology textbook. Sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them. Someone. I won't lie to you, Nick. Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought this agenda got canceled. But where they have failed, you will succeed. Why? I've seen an agent identify as a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules.
Oh yeah, Ron Dalton here. You done started it. You done started it. Okay, so I seen the video by Iuic, Bishop Nathanyel's students. See what they were doing. I'm not impressed, but nevertheless, every good video deserves another video. Now it's my turn to break down why Bishop Nathanyel is running from a debate with Ron Dalton. Why, when confronted on something nice with Danano's YouTube channel, why did he run? Why did he feel the need to call names and call me a Negro and a bum? And he doesn't have an assembly. He doesn't have a congregation. What is he doing? He's not doing anything. We have the truth. We teach, we don't debate. Well, there's a reason why Iuic can challenge Bishop Jenkins and other Christian pastors and atheists, Seventh-day Adventists, Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses, atheists, Muslims. They can debate Christian apologetics. They can debate everybody under the sun. They can challenge them on the street. They can challenge them in front of their church buildings. They can challenge everybody on the Bible and their teachings versus their teachings. But when it comes down to debating or discussing or deliberating facts, not doctrines, facts, Bible teaching. This is like Bible class. This is like Bible class where we are going to show, or at least I'm going to show, why Iuic's teachings are flawed and can't be trusted. And I'm going to show you the biggest reason why Iuic likes to skirt around certain topics and why they avoid teaching on certain biblical hot topics, and why when asked simple questions about these biblical topics in the Old Testament, that they get confused, they get discombobulated, they start going on a tangent, start beating all around the bush, taking us everywhere and anywhere, but not addressing and answering the question with facts. They want to take us all over the world and divert and deviate and distract us with other antics so that you don't realize that they're doing that as a stall tactic and a diversion tactic because they don't have the answer to the question. They can't answer the question, and they won't answer the question. And the reason why they won't answer the question is because when put on the hot seat, which I like to do a lot, by giving people simple questions in an orderly fashion, it starts to incriminate the people in terms of what they're teaching. Really, at the end of the day, it basically causes them to dig their own sinkhole. It causes them to be pulled out further and further away to the deep part of the ocean where there's nobody to save them, and then they're going to be drowned with the truth, and nothing that they can say is going to bring them up to the surface for air. And this is what I do all the time with a lot of these Israelite leaders that talk all this nonsense about Esau is the entire white race and the 12 tribes chart, and the Chinese and the Japanese are the Moabites and the Ammonites and all these things. Yes, we're going to bring out all the proof, the receipts, the scriptures, the evidence. You guys say, oh, Ron doesn't use scripture. Ron doesn't use scripture. Ron brings out no proof, no evidence, no facts, no information. But guess what, guys? You done did it now, because I'm going to bring out the facts, the evidence, and the information. And I'm going to use your own words from Bishop Nathanyel and IUIC's teachings on YouTube, recent teachings. And I'm going to use the Bible, and we're going to dive into the Bible and what IUIC teaches and compare it to reality. The Bible is not a fictional book. It's a real book about real history. So what they're teaching has to make sense logically and critically thinking, and it has to line up with our reality. If it doesn't, then we should ask questions and challenge these so-called Israelite leaders on what they're teaching us. And since nobody seems to ask anybody any questions or challenge the Israelite leaders that are teaching us this garbage, then I have the task to challenge them and put them to the test, keep them honest, as they say, so that we, the Israelite community, can finally receive some truth, because we deserve the truth. We don't deserve and need opinions, beliefs, and all these things. No, we want facts. We don't want your opinions, beliefs. We don't want that. We want facts. You're not entitled to your own facts, but you're entitled to your own opinions, views, and beliefs. So, that being said, this Saturday at 4:00 p.m. USA Eastern Standard Time on the YouTube channel Son of Shemites, Lorvins, we're gonna be going live. We're gonna be going live, breaking down everything that IUIC's teaching that contradicts a lot of what they have taught in the past, and even teach now, how it does not line up with the Bible and reality. We're gonna piece it one by one. We're gonna slowly unpack this and what happened with me on the live with Bishop Nathanyel, and how he acted and how he was really discombobulated and just caught off guard like a deer in the headlights. And he was all alone, nobody there to save him, nobody there to help him. He was like a sheep in the woods, and the leopard is getting ready to prowl and attack and prey. There's nothing the lamb can do. Yes. So IUIC's beloved leader has been shown up on his own live. He didn't want it to happen, but it happened. He didn't think it was going to happen, but it happened. And everybody saw how Bishop Nathanyel ran. He did not want to debate me, and he gave many excuses why he could not and would not debate me. And that's a sign that if he stands for the truth, and he says that we are the only ones that have the truth, we teach, you listen. If you stand by what you say, and you've been teaching this congregation since 2003, then why are you running from sharing information and facts on what you believe and stand on? Why? At the end of the day, it's fear. And I'm going to show you what IUIC fears. I'm going to bring it out because it's going to blow your mind. You're going to say, wow, we, and anybody that wants to come into the live, because they say, well, Ron, you came into the live and you weren't supposed to. Well, if somebody's having a Q&A session, then anybody can come into the Q&A session and ask questions And Nathanyel happened to bring me onto the live. And Bishop Nathanyel was not ready for that. But remember when Michael Israel, the spiritual combat show, had me on, and then Rabbi Harry Rosenberg was in the audience commenting, and he wanted to come on to the live and challenge me. I told Michael Israel, go right ahead, bring him on. And he did bring on Rabbi Harry Rosenberg, and he got dealt with severely. And anybody can see, if they remember, how I dealt with him when he came on the live. So I am not afraid to deal with Bishop Nathanyel if he decides to come on to my live and try to put me on the hot seat, because I will put him back on the hot seat, and he don't want to be put on the hot seat that I'm going to give him, because he's not going to have the answers to the questions. And as a leader, you cannot look like you don't have answers to specific questions. And this is the reason why he does not want to debate myself. So all you guys, all you followers, subscribers, members of IUIC, the so-called soldiers, the generals, the officers, the prophets, come to the live. Y'all can hop in the comments. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. You can ask your little questions. But I know for sure that Bishop Nathanyel is not going to be there. He's not going to come into the live and jump in like I did and ask me questions direct, face-to-face, because he's not ready for a showdown. He is not ready for a showdown on live stream YouTube for everybody to see. And people know Bishop Nathanyel worldwide, and he has to protect his reputation. He has to protect his reputation as a solid leader that teaches the truth. So when we have this live this Saturday, I'm going to break down the teachings of IUIC and the inconsistencies and the errors and the false teachings is being spread on a daily basis by IUIC. And if you have an open mind, you have eyes to see and ears to hear. We all got eyes, we all got ears, but why do I say we got to have eyes to see and ears to hear? It's because many people for years have been not paying attention and really seeing things and hearing things for what they really are. We've been blinded, but I'm not blinded. I just see things that are what it is, things that are the truth, and people need to know and receive truth. Christ said, let no man deceive you. So Christ does not want us Israelites to be deceived by anybody, let alone Bishop Nathanyel. So I'm going to show you how in his teachings and why he avoided certain questions and didn't answer them, why that is. Come to the live. Don't be scared. Saturday, 4 p.m. USA Eastern Standard Time, Son of Shemites Lorben's YouTube channel. I'll be there. Will you be there, or will you be scared to show up? Because I'm not scared to show up in anybody's platform to ask questions to any top Israelite leader. And as you guys have seen before, I'm not afraid to debate or challenge any Israelite leader on the things that I say. So if you don't like it, if you say, Ron, your teachings is wrong, I can debunk it, I can refute it, I can show that you're wrong, then be my guest and let's settle a debate so that people can see the truth. Somebody has the truth. It's either going to be the other person, or it's going to be the things that I have been teaching for years now. So we have to understand that facts is facts. One person can't say lions are indigenous to America. The other person says lions are indigenous to Africa. Well, somebody has to be telling the truth, and somebody has to be lying. But in the Israelite community, we got people teaching all types of things. So how do we know which is the truth unless facts are presented in a discussion or a so-called debate. Shalom.
Yes.
How old were you when you made your first million?
Well, how old was I when I made my first $1 million? Oh my goodness, I don't know, 28.
What line of business are you in?
What line of business am I in now?
Yeah.
I'm an investor.
So you're in finance.
Private equity and venture capital, absolutely.
What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
A lot of money.
Could you give me a range?
So through the grace of God, the companies I started do well in excess of $1 billion of revenue every year.
So you're doing $1 billion a year?
Yes, absolutely do.
What's the best industry somebody can get into in today's world?
Okay, I'm going to redefine the term industry. Africa. Look, here's the story. Follow me on this. 9 of the 20 fastest growing economies in the world are going to be in Africa in 2025. Everybody's overlooking it. Only 0.5% of the world's private equity and venture capital is going into Africa, despite the fact that it's going to be the only continent with a growing population. A marketplace is all about consumers and producers. Africa, as an industry, is the most overlooked investment opportunity for entrepreneurs and investors right now in 2025.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah, bring
What was
it.
In
your
the Bible, Christ tells us that one of the signs of the end of the world is deception. Distraction is considered by many to be a tool of deception. But what else will happen in the last days? There will be wars and rumors of wars, famines, pestilences, tsunamis, earthquakes, meteors falling to the earth, celestial signs, economic collapses, social decline, violence, the lack of love, food shortages, hunger, hyperinflation, sexual immorality, idolatry, blasphemy, false prophets, false Christs, and the fall of mystery Babylon, which hearkens the fall of the last ruling kingdom on earth. But there is one prophecy that is often overlooked and understudied in the Abrahamic faiths, and that is the prophecy of Gog and Magog, which is directly tied to the Battle of Armageddon, in which God delivers a final judgment to the nations a part of Gog and Magog's army. The people of Gog and Magog's massive army is recognized in Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. In Islam, Ya'juj and Ma'juj are trapped in a faraway land. But when the day of judgment comes, they will all gather together to conquer the world. In the book of Ezekiel 38 and Revelation 20 in the Holy Bible, it describes how the nations in this massive army of Gog and Magog will leave their homeland to come to the land of the true Israelites, to steal, plunder, and exploit the land and all the resources within it that the true Israelites are in possession of. They will cover the Holy Land of the Israelites like a massive cloud with their people, and at the end they wage war against the Israelites, in which the Most High will destroy them. Knowing all of this, why doesn't the Christian community, Hebrew Israelite community, Jewish community, and Muslim community have any answers about who comprises the nations of Gog and Magog's army today? The book of Genesis records Noah's son Japheth as having 7 sons: Magog, Meshech, Tubal, Gomer, Tiras, Madai, the progenitor of the Medes Persians, and Javan, the progenitor of the Greeks and Romans. Gog and Magog's prophecy in Ezekiel 38 lists 5 of these sons of Japheth as the nations who will come to the true Holy Land of Israel, covering it like a massive cloud. These Japhetic-speaking nations are not the descendants of Greek speakers or Roman Latin speakers, but are nations today speaking other Japhetic languages, such as Celtic, Germanic, Slavic, Turkic, Altaic, and Sino-Tibetan. So why is knowing who the nations of Gog and Magog's army is today so important? Because if we know who these nations are, including which land they are covering right now like a cloud, for the purpose of plundering and exploitation, we will know for the first time in history where is the true Holy Land of God's chosen people, also known as the land of Canaan. In the new movie Hebrews to Negroes 3, sound the alarm, Gog and Magog's army versus the Israelites. Find out who is who in this end of days biblical prophecy, and where the true land of the Israelites are. You owe it to yourself to know the truth. Satan's aim is to deceive the whole world, and Yah's aim is for us to receive truth, because the truth will set us free.
We the children of light, and we let up. Never giving up fight, yeah. We didn't make it through the night, yeah. Done the crawling all night. But keep your head up, Charlie. We were made for this life, yeah. Wait to see how we rise up. We've been down for too long, waiting for a come up. Better days around the corner. All the pain made us stronger, yeah. We aim for the long run, keep on surviving in this war for no reason. Now we changing the season, yeah. Storm is over now. Storm is over now. Me, I say storm is over now. Storm is over now. Storm is over now. Me, I say storm is over now. Storm is over. Change is coming tonight. Can see the sky start to clear up. We've been waiting for life, oh. Never giving up the fight, no. Start a countdown right now. About to take off, yeah. It's our time to rise, oh. We're the children of light, oh. We've been down for too long, waiting for a come up. Better days around the corner. All the pain made us stronger, yeah. We aim for the long run, keep on surviving in this war for no reason. Now we changing the season.
Yeah. Ghana. I'm so cool, I went to Africa. Back at school, they would laugh at us. Now it's cool to be black as fuck. Now it's cool to be from Africa, huh? Went to Ghana, now I'm acting up. Went to Ghana, now I'm acting up. It's so cool to be from Africa. It's so cool to be from Africa. I'm so cool, I went to Africa. Back at school, they would laugh at us. Tell the truth, it was cruel, now it's too.
I wanted to really find out about my homeland. You know, I had my DNA test done, and I found out that, you know, a lot of my ancestors were from this area, and so I wanted to come. I also knew that I wanted to get some land here, and with this particular tour, we had the opportunity to do that.
There's a lot of opportunity out here, and I wanted to come home to the motherland and say hi to mama.
This is prophetic, this is biblical, and more diasporans from the United Kingdom, from the Caribbean, from America, we're coming back home, just like prophecy states. So the children of Israel are returning back to the motherland, to the way we left. This is exactly what the Bible says is going to happen in the last days.
It's Akho, Abba, which actually means you've gone and now you've returned. All right, yeah, we got to
Yeah, hi, I'm Deborah Anderson, and I'm here for my very first time here in Ghana, and I'm looking forward to it. They've done a really good job in doing this tour. I advise you, if you're interested in coming, go to Godbox Tours and sign up for our very next one. I believe it's in December. I believe it's going to take place in December. Come on, I'm having a great time. I want you to come and have it too. Take care. Bye.
Each one of us are here because one of our ancestors was strong enough to stay in here for 3 months under bad conditions, not knowing where we were going and why we were in the position. But there was a reason for it, because we were disobedient. We must understand who we are. We must understand who we are. They know who we are. We got power in us. You understand that? And we're back here because of a reason. And our people, and our women who died looking for their children, drowning, trying to figure out what was going on, not knowing. I just feel proud that I'm able to get back here.
Many of our ancestors died right here, and because their family members were waiting for them out here, they decided to bury them right here so they never get to them.
It's an amazing experience. Honestly, even on the way here, thinking about it, since however many years it's been, 400 plus, I'm the first from my line to return here. So it's an eye-opening experience. honestly.
I felt the pain of my ancestor, my great-great-great-grandmother. She was born on a slave ship. I felt honored that they allowed me to blow the shofar to let our ancestors know that we was here.
We are just now from the Apartheid Museum, where it illustrates the rise and the fall of apartheid, a museum that is a must see when you come into South Africa so that you can understand the whole dynamics between apartheid and the democracy of South Africa. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Jackie, and this is my husband, Fred Fuller. This is our very first trip to the continent. We are here on a tours package that we got with Ron Dalton, African Diaspora Tours, and we've had such a great time. Wouldn't you say, honey?
It's been fantastic. Everything has been top notch. You can't beat it. We've explored the city. We've gone to Soweto. We've had great cuisine everywhere we have gone. I mean, it's been amazing, and it's just so amazing to see our own people do so well. And we plan to come back again very soon.
And I would encourage everyone to take this trip to Africa. If you've never been to Africa, I would particularly recommend Ron's tours because they're so detailed. He's thought of everything. We've been fed well. We saw some places like for residences, and we saw land that you can purchase if that's what you're looking for. And we've had very good seminars to help us with making decisions as to if this would be the right move for us to move to Africa. But I'm just really thankful. I'm just really thankful for this trip, and I'm thankful for the staff. The staff has been wonderful, and they've given us the services that we need, and it's just wonderful here.
Hi, I'm Alex. This is my experience, my first experience in South Africa, my first visit, and what comes to mind is opportunity, and opportunity for growth. I see so much potential around me, and I love to see smiling Black people. It is very interesting to come to a place where I've heard about apartheid. I step here and people aren't ignorant of what happened in the past, but I can see that they're overcoming. They're overcoming and they're growing. And I hope that I get to come back again and enjoy not just watching, but being a part of that.
Yeah, first time eating them.
Chicken feet?
Yeah.
Have you ate cow head?
No, I heard about it.
to the city. Ukongo mame.
Hi, my name is Robbie, and this is my wife, April Finn. This is our first time visiting South Africa, and it has been an experience. Instead of a vacation, this has been an experience for us.
My name is April, and like he said, this is our first time on the continent, and honestly, I had no idea what to expect, so I was just open. But this was so much more than visiting museums and seeing animals. He's provided us with knowledgeable people on the visa process, on the healthcare system, education. We've seen properties. The food is amazing, and our dollar goes a long way. Yeah, we're working pretty hard over there, so we need to kind of consider. But more than that, what I've enjoyed more than anything was the sense of community. I feel like we came to see Africa and left with a family. I feel like I have South African friends, new diaspora friends. I feel at home, and so I can't wait to come back home. Thank you, Ron, and your wonderful staff and support team for making this the best experience of our lives. Thank you.